Hi, my name is Glenn Beatty, U.S. Life Master. In this video, we will look at the Anand versus Ponomariov game, round 1 of the T-Touchdown tournament in Will ANZ. This tournament is held from January 14th to the 30th. The rate of play is 100 minutes for 40 moves, then 50 minutes for 20 moves, and finally 15 minutes for the rest of the game, with 30 seconds moves increments, starting with the first move of the game. Pomo is a former world champion, the year 2002. Anand is the current world champion. Let's have a look. The Sicilian Defense. White's fight to control the center. He also threatened to play pawn takes pawn, and if black takes back, white will exchange queens, stopping black from castling. Therefore, black's capture. This is where we won our knights, in the center of the board, because they controlled a lot of squares from this position. Black will continue with normal development. Threatening to take the pawn on e4. The Sicilian Najdorf variation. This was a favorite of Bobby Fischer and Kasparov, two of the greatest world champions of all times. Why a6? Because black wanted to advance his queenside pawns, gaining space on that sector of the board. Next, he wanted to place his pawn on b4 to displace white's knight. Also, black is trying to control the e4 square by playing b4. In conjunction with this idea, black also is trying to pressure the c file by placing his rook on the half-open file. This is a positional move. Fischer preferred the more tactical bishop to c4. This move kicks white's knight out of the center. Bishop to e3 is a natural developing move. Also, white can try king to h1 with the idea of advancing his pawn to f4, putting pressure on the e5 square, and maybe the pawn will go to f5. Or bishop to f3 is a very good move, keeping control over the square of d5. If this is also an interesting variation for white, highlighting the weakness of the d5 square. Let's go back to the game. Bishop to e3 was played in the game. With this move, black threatens to free his game with d5, freeing his dark square sniper. Therefore, white jumps into d5 with his knight. If black captures the pawn on e4, white's sniper will travel to b6, followed by knight to c7, picking up the crook. Therefore, black developed his queen's knight. Connecting his crooks. Bishop takes d5. Let's take a look at the pawn situation. The pawn structure had changed. White now has a queenside majority and black has a kingside majority. Therefore, white should attack on the queen side and black should attack on the king side. With this move, blacks attack white queen and activate his knight. If white captures the knight, Black will have one more pawn on the queen side, stopping any aggressive intentions that white might have had on that sector. Also, this will open up the d-file for black, making it easy to attack the d5 pawn, because black will always have the b5 lever after white plays c4, defending the d5 pawn. The other knight jumps onto d4, attacking the lady. Putting pressure on the c file. Black starts counterplay on the king side. Shoring up the knight on c5. White's main problem in this position is his light square bishop. The d5 pawn is blocking its activity. Gaining space in the center and activating the dark sniper. The position is starting to look dangerous for white. Black's bishop is strong on e5, attacking h2. White must find a way to get rid of it. Defending the knight on d7 so black queen can travel towards white king side. A very good move, threatening to penetrate to a2, activating the black rook. White achieved the trade-off of the dark square sniper, but his light square bishop is still bad, and therefore black have the better minor piece. Black had the amazing move in this position. Rook takes f2, a beautiful move. King takes his force, and queen to d4, pinning the rook, threatening f4. This was a variation found by Ripka. Let's go back to the game. But the world champion played king to g7. Black have a space advantage, therefore he should keep pieces on the board. Activating the knight, threatening knight to d3, and maybe from there the knight will travel to f4, or he might pick up the b4 pawn, stopping the knight from entering the d3 square. The lady is trapped in the center of the board. Rook to f6 cannot be stopped. Winning the lady. With zero compensation, Pono just fine moves. And white resigned. The game is over. Thanks for watching. The current world champion Anand played a beautiful game. Good luck, good chess. Cheers.